I'm very excited today to be speaking to the guest. Before I say anything, I'll invite her to introduce herself. Just say your name and who you are.
Okay, my name is Kalpa Padia. I'm a mother. I'm a widow, an entrepreneur. I run a cheese manufacturing company called Raka Milk Processes.
Um,
And a humanitarian and a Rotarian.
Wonderful. I'm already smiling. The minute you said raka cheese, I'm smiling. You have something in your hand right now. Would you describe what you're holding?
I don't know the name of the flower, but it's a beautiful flower. And it's like a glowing sun.
Thank you. So, wow, you're many things. And you own a cheese company in
Yes.
Kenya.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your childhood and up to now. Just take us through that process.
Okay. I come from India, from Bangalore, South India. Okay. I come from India, South India called Bangalore. Lived 25 years of my life in Bangalore. I did my education. I done my master's in fine arts. By profession, I'm an art historian, but got into cheese making after I came over here. So, coming from a Gujarati family, you can understand how huge our families are. So if I just take my father's side of the family, we're already 200 people. So we don't need anybody outsiders to be joining us for any of our family functions.
Wow. And
200 in the sense of like uncles and aunties and their children and their children and their children all. Mm-hmm. So it's a huge family. Got married, came here in 95. So from a city, I went straight to a village, Neri.
From a city
From
in
Bangalore
India
to Neri.
To Shags. We call it Shags.
Yes. But I enjoyed it because the family business was there. That is the Highlands Mineral Water Company Limited. That was the family business. Went over there. And like say, Neri's a small town, no hotel, no restaurant, no theater, no nothing. So you had to make yourself busy. So initially when I came, I used to teach dance, Indian dance, Bharatanatyam to the children over there. I used to teach painting. I used to teach handicrafts. I used to teach fabric painting to the ladies. So that kept me busy. Then my husband, Rajesh, coming from India, I think at that time, there was not much cheese over there in India. So I said, Rajesh, you talk so passionately about it. Why not? So that why not became like a hobby. We started off with something very small. Because we were in the Highlands factory, there was some old stainless steel tanks. So we made our own cheese vat, cheese press, everything. So we started off with 200 liters collecting from the local farmers at that time. And the name Raka is a husband and wife name, Rajesh and Kalpa. Right? That's how the name came about. He says, I'm from a Kikuyu land, so I need to follow the same tradition of having the father, mother, daughter, son, everybody.
I love the idea of, we've gone to schools and everything, and you go like this, Josu, and you ask the owner of the school, and it's like, yeah, me and my husband, Joseph and Susan, and I think my husband needs to listen to this. You need to have a something choosy traveling telescope.
That's a nice one.
No, I love that. I love the building the local culture into your business from the name.
So his family has been here since 1920s. So my children are the fourth generation over here at the moment. So we started the business in 2001. He passed on in 2010.
You've done a wonderful job maintaining, keeping his legacy, definitely with the cheese a business that you run. And as a woman in, Kenya, doing, running a cheese factory, which is a very niche, I think, thing to do here. And then also raising your two boys for, more than 10 years.
Yeah,
That's,
12 years now.
I think he must be very proud of
He
you.
should be. He should be.
Are you still involved with art? You say that was your career before you moved into the family
Yeah, so
business.
when I came here, I worked at the museum as a voluntary work I was doing. And I worked with Dr. Sultan Somji. We were trying to bring in how the East African Asians came to East Africa and their influence on the Africans and vice versa. So that was a project I was working with Sultan Somji. 2011, I curated 3 shows in India. So I used to take art from here and take it to India and curate it,
Wow.
do art shows. So I had lost complete touch of all the artists after getting into businesses and everything. But then my friend from my school, my kindergarten friend, when she came after Rajesh passed on, she said, Kalpa, you have such amazing art over here. Why don't we do something? Believe me, I got the artists from Facebook.
Wow. Social media.
And then I went to one of the unique framers where the artists would come to leave their work. She helped me, gave me artist names and this one. That's how I got in touch with people. They did not know me. I did not know them. Still, they trusted me enough to give me their works. I go with it to India, have an exhibition. So the first exhibition was an Indo-African exhibition. Few Indian artists, few African artists. Because in India, African art, everything was to a mosque or to curios, nothing to do with art. So when I went there, I took African art. I took art from Kenya, took art from Tanzania, the Tinga artists and everything. We didn't make any money, but it was like whatever we spent, we got it back. So we did sell paintings. So whatever I gave the artists their works. And that's the trust which was built. That she took my work, she's given us the money. And the next event exhibition had just only African artists. Wow. Again, it was a whole 1 week thing. So I had like 4 works I did in India. But then again, my friend became busy. I became busy in work. So back to square one, back to our work, back to our same routine. So art, I used to do a lot of painting. But coming to Nairobi, I haven't done a lot of art paintings or anything as such.
Hopefully we can get that.
I hope so. I really hope so. Ritesh always used to get Kalpa's thought. I said, I want to, but it's just that by the time you reach home, you want to do absolutely nothing. You just want to free of all the stress and the tension, whatever the work stresses and tensions are coming through.
Yeah. So if you can just go back a little bit to your darling husband Rajesh passing on and describing how it was, what you had to do to keep Rakachis going. How was that like? Because it's over 10 years and we still, I love some of the cheese that I get in the shelves.
It has been a challenge too, getting people to do things. But the best part was the staff have been amazing and they've been very helpful as such. It's been a struggle for the past 3-4 years too, with COVID coming down and then the drought hitting us and all prices going up, going bad. It's been a
difficult climate.
Difficult time, but we keep going.
You're an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs have this spirit of I'll fix it. They're like scientists.
Sometimes I would prefer I had a 9-to-5 job. At least the end of the month, I'm getting the salary in my hand.
So you also talked about being a humanitarian, and I know we know each other through the Rotary Club of Nairobi and Rotary community. How did you get to become a member?
Okay, so my dad was a charter member in India for a Rotary Club.
So listeners, Rotary is international. There are Rotary clubs in India.
And that time, still the women were not part of the Rotary Club, so they had the Inner Wheel Club. And my mom used to be part of the Inner Wheel Club. And I used to be a Rotaractor at that time. So that has always been there with me of being a Rotary, to be a Rotarian. I came here, Nairobi, I heard a lot about the different Rotary clubs and everything. So when our office is to be in industrial area, so that I'm Bimal Kantari, I was to have the industrial area Rotary Club over there. I thought I would join over there, and then I got to know Kamal Sangani. So I told him I want to join. I said, now I have some time for myself that I can do something to give back to society. So he introduced me, I think it was David Hastings' year, and we used to have the meeting at Furusato. So he called me, Kalpa, come for a few meetings, get to know people, get to know
Japanese good.
Yeah. So that's how I got into Rotary, and then in his year I was inducted. We were about, how many? 4. Nelson, Mashamiva, Sonia, Muhib, all of us, 4 of us joined at that year. So, and then immediately I was, Kalpa, next year you're going to be the treasurer. I said, huh?
And you've never let go of you?
No, I mean, since then, I don't think I've been off the board. Yes. I've been on board since 2015, and Elizabeth's here. I think during his year, Faith was the treasurer. I was given here handle. I said I didn't have anything, nobody to tell me how a Rotary Club runs over here. Running a business and running a Rotary Club is something totally different.
It's two different things. One is you're trying to direct volunteers.
Yeah.
The other is you're directing employees.
Yes.
So two different things. It's interesting that you talk about your Rotary journey as a child, and your dad being a Rotarian and a charter president. Charter member. So he was one of the first members of a new club
yes.
in India, and that you were a Rotaractor, and at that time women were not allowed to be Rotarians.
No.
But they allowed them to be Rotaractors. The young girls could be Rotaractors. That was interesting. So you are a Rotarian, and a very good, your definition of a Rotarian. You are 100% attendance. You are checking out our books of accounts, which is the hardest thing to do in life. I've tried to look at my books for the office, and I'm just like, those numbers, I can't deal. And then you're everywhere. You're encouraging new Rotarians, checking in on older ones. You're the first one to wish people happy birthday on our Rotary wall. And yes, Rotarians are friendly, and we wish each other happy birthdays and make jokes. And you're so many things, and you brought so many good Rotarians to become members, like Ritesh.
Just one Ritesh.
One really good one. He's like 20,000 Rotarians in one. So my question for you was, what is your favorite moment with Rotary? What is the one thing that you remember and just go?
And I think the best was when we used to meet up. That was the best time we've had, when all the Rotarians would come, get to know. And we had a lot of visitors who were coming from outside, who knew where to come, and they knew this was the club to come. And the best part is, like, because we have literally the creme de la creme in our club. And being the mother club. And since I think with the older Rotarians, there's so much you can learn from, which I think some of the new Rotary clubs of the youngsters, they don't understand. They don't understand the meaning of what Rotary is. They think it's all about networking and trying to get connections and everything. But our club is so different, the way everything is handled, the protocols, how it is all handled. Probably if you go to the other clubs, it's not the same.
So what's the one word you'd use to describe the Rotary Club of Nairobi?
Creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme. That's a 3 words. And it's French. Okay, fine. Is it French? Maybe. So I think you really value that fellowship and friendship that we have in our club, and it's authentic. It's really there, and I think even myself, many people will have stories to tell about that kind of friendship that we have.
I can tell you something about Rotary Club. I think the way you see me talking now, I think has brought the confidence for me to do the talking. Earlier, everybody said, "Kalpa, do this." I said, "You do it." Even like when Mr. Arundavani said that day, like Rotary is the one what gave him the confidence to talk and be okay with what you're saying and saying the right things. I think that's what Rotary's done for me.
That's really powerful, because I think before you join, at least for me, before I joined a Rotary Club, I had this perception of Rotary, and then I became a member of our Rotary Club, and I was like, all of these people are human. All of them like hugs. All of them like, and once you get to that space, you're okay with talking. You're okay with laughing. You're okay with making jokes. So it's bringing back that human element that everyone has.
True.
And to demystify who we are as a club. And you've expressed that really nicely. What is your hope? Where would you like to see us go as a club? From here, like we have all this history. We're the oldest club in the region, the third oldest in Africa, 1930. Where would you like to see us go? What is your hope for our club?
Well, I just would want the younger members to be more proactive and get to learn from the older members what is happening. And I think we are doing wonderful projects. I think we just need to now see that these projects are reached to that level of what we need. Accountability is what I would like from everybody, that whatever you're doing, do it right. I don't think we have an issue with accountability. We don't have an issue of funds being mismanaged or anything. So that's why we have good committee members. We have doing good stuff. But I think probably I need the younger members to be more proactive and joining all the different projects to understand. We don't want always, yes, you have the blessings of the older members, and they are there to teach you how to go and what to do.
So if you're a young listener and you're a Rotarian, Kalpa is ready to hold your hand. She's one of the best people to work with. Thank you so much for coming and joining us for the Rotary Club of Nairobi podcast series. I think there's so much more I want to ask you, so we'll probably have to do it again.
We can go on and on, I think, so it's never ending.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
How do you say thank you in your language, in your local language?
Shukriya.
Shukriya. Close to shukrani.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot, like I said, a lot of Swahili words. It's more Arabic words, so there's a lot of related to Indian words. Like you say meza for table.
Yes,
you say maize.
Maize.
Yeah. So a lot of words there which are very, very familiar.
Yeah.
Similar.
I look forward to engaging more with you. I know you're going to be a director when I take over the presidency.
I've been telling all of them, give me 1 year off. Give me 1 year off. But nobody seems to want.
We love you, Kalpa.
I know.
And I know I'll get to learn how to tie my sari then.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and thank you for making time.